for you, Audrey. All right, we are streaming live on YouTube. Audrey, this mic is all yours.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm so happy to be here at ACIM Gather. Happy Thursday, February 22nd. It's Love Month, my birthday month. I'm 52 Earth human years old, apparently. Appearance Day is February 19th, and I spent time ill. And it was wonderful. I bet you don't hear that very often, but that's how it was. And that's all the story I'm going to do about that. So I've been reading from A Course in Mysticism and Miracles. And although I'd like to get into that, I kind of just want to play a song here because after being in ACIM Gather this morning and getting to hear the programs, Zoma and then Karen and then Rev Wayne Stills, and I just I'm feeling Netta inspired because she can always just bring me to a course reminder, and I call her music melodic mantras because I just think she's incredible. And for me, music really stimulates me and just hits a lot of the things that as I open up, it's just there's so much more depth to music. So I'm just really enjoying this process of just letting go. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen.
Need your love. I can't do this. Give me a sign, 'cause I need to know you hear me. Give me a sign, 'cause I need to know you're near me. And make it obvious, 'cause I need your love. I can't do this anymore, I need help from above. Make it obvious, 'cause I need your love. I can't go on like this, I need help from above. Give me a sign, oh. Give me a sign, oh. Make it obvious. Give me a sign, 'cause I need to know that I am not alone. Give me a sign, 'cause I need to feel that God is real. And make it obvious, 'cause I need your love. I can't do this anymore, I need help from above. Make it obvious, 'cause I need your love. I can't go on like this, I need help from above. Give me a sign, oh. Give me a sign, oh. Give me a sign, oh. Give me a sign, oh.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, it's so obvious. It's just so obvious right here and now. So thank you so much, guys. Wow. It's absolutely beautiful. And let's see what Dr. John is going to talk about in a course in mysticism and miracles. Begin your spiritual adventure. Yeah. Solitude and silence is this next section. Solitude and silence are both types of purgation. The soul is overwhelmed by the city, by a constant bombardment of news and media, by ego names, and by the noise of politics. On the other hand, the soul is nourished in solitude. It craves silence. Solitude gives us time to work, think, or rest without distraction. Many holy men lived in seclusion during the first centuries of the Christian church. Before there were monasteries, individuals, hermits, before there were monasteries, individual hermits lived in caves. Seclusion makes it easier to concentrate, maintain mindfulness, and become contemplative. While mystics often spend time alone, however, they can also be highly connected because lacking blocks to the awareness of love's presence, they love everything. Paradoxically, solitary mystics can be the most connected individuals. Yeah, I had that argument in this Thinking Brian, where it was saying that, you know, the old, I don't need people, I don't need to talk then. And I know the difference between the voices, because of course that one is like, oh, I'm not, like, it's that little snitty one that's just, you know, well, I'm not going to do it then anymore. And then and the other one comes in and says, well, you know, you are still doing it. It's just like the sock puppet. Is the hand on there? It's just it becomes really evident, and sort of like almost in working backwards, it really didn't have much of a chance, although I know too that it's tricky. It's just, it was quite a nice little recognition there when it did happen here within this time now. I don't even know if that makes sense. Now I'm getting in my head, so I'm just going to take a breath and be here. Zoroaster was alone in the mountains when he received his revelation. Moses was alone in the wilderness when he saw the burning bush and heard God's voice. Buddha was sitting alone under the Bodhi tree when he experienced his enlightenment. Yeah, I guess that's what I was meaning when I was saying I don't need to be with people. It's the opposite of that. It's going within, because there is the know thyself energy, desire that is pulsating as that life, and that's all that can happen. and being being this experience now in this perceived life, and just getting to witness even that glimpse to me is a beautiful sign. Like Netta says, as mad and insane as this all is, I just also love the brilliance of it all. And not in tricky, manipulative, slimy feeling ways, although that's okay too. I mean, I've had those feelings, and I don't want to say that's the bad way, but I just much prefer this feeling of it's okay. It's okay. I can just sit back and I can just look and say, what am I thinking? Well, I hate so-and-so, or I'm mad at so-and-so. Okay, well, that's where I am. Is that whatever looking you can do? Because if you feel you're suffering and you feel there's something to fix, like I did, then that to me is unnecessary suffering. And with A Course in Miracles, it provides this whole framework where you can just dismantle your whole operating system that is the thinking brain, which is separate from mind, the mind of God, and not separate. Gosh, that's a good one. I felt that there. Okay. Zoroaster, they were alone, Moses alone, Buddha alone under that tree, and only after that did he begin to teach. Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness, where he was tempted by the devil, in quotes or brackets is the ego. So the devil is synonymous with the ego. After that, he began to preach, Matthew 4:17. Mohammed was sitting alone in a cave when he heard the word recite, and then received the Quran. Something equivalent to the solitude of the wilderness is an essential part of mystical education, Underhill maintains. And I believe, in my experience, that is because there's just not enough room in this brain that thinks it's doing stuff to even see or get that information, because it's just too busy, too distracted, too focused, and none of that's bad. It's just, that's the way it is. That's the way it was. I can't see something until I see it. But what was the most interesting thing for me is that there was just this underlying knowing that there was just something I was missing. And it was just missing, which in the show that I just watched, I watched 2 movies this weekend. The Uncharted Path or Uncharted Course. It's the pirate ship Gold. Gosh, I'm horrible at it was a great movie. It was so good. I just thought it had an incredible message, and it was just really just profound. And I like that, this whole, it's like the undoing, the emptying, a perceived emptying. It's a perceived emptying. and the light is just so bright. I only saw a crack the top of my head, and it was so bright. Yeah, I'm still in a little woozy land, I guess, from it all. And I'm just finally feeling better too from my illness, so I can forgive however disjointed any of this is and just be grateful for the opportunity to bask in it. And however it is, the words wouldn't even cover it anyway, because it's just about experience and feeling. The mind, the thinking Brian is so insignificant. So yeah, 40 nights he was tempted by the devil or the ego. And Rumi tells us to listen to the voice that doesn't use words. And that's beautiful, not the voice that doesn't use words. Like that comes in that the couple movies I watched, there were just quite a few things that came in, phrases, and Mike and I were both pointing them out, just how reflective of the now things were. It was quite bizarre and brilliant, but it was also kind of it was playful. It was so playful, this life. I've just never seen it in these ways because I was so trapped and consumed by a belief that I was just such a whatever it was. I don't even know. I don't even care. So not using the words, and it can come in a vision, a flash. If you're a visual, I'm a very visual person. I see words, I see pictures, I hear music, I can smell things, like very, very sensual. Even nothing that's here I can see. So I often get all sorts of different downloads of things. And Rumi, he's such a brilliant man. Catherine Sienna spent 3 years in hermit-like seclusion, and a brilliant lady, Catherine, in a little room, 3 years in a hermit-like seclusion, which can be seen to this day. I think James Twyman did that, where he kind of went in, it was a little house there that he went in and did, I think it was a year. And she lived in her own small house, cut off from life and family. And she said, the desert and solitude in the midst of people. Wow. Likewise, Thomas Merton tells us, it is in deep solitude that I find the gentleness with which I can truly love my brothers. The more solitary I am, the more affection I have for them. Solitude and silence teach me to love my brothers for what they are, not for what they say. That's beautiful. I agree. I mean, I didn't get to really experience the solitude until this past year, really. And when I was in between working, and I don't know, I'm like, was one of those people be on vacation, but they don't sit down, and they're never really on vacation, and they're never relaxed, just always just kind of thought they were relaxed, but not so. And then just having that time to really take to sit. I flipped around my love seat in my living room, so it was facing our back south window, and the trees have grown in now, so the shading is perfect for that. And and just to have this different viewpoint. Oh my God, isn't that beautiful? To change my perspective literally in my house. I moved it around, and I mean, it was this whole thing in my brain of, oh my gosh, we can't have people over. This looks so weird. But it's like, who cares? This is our house. Why would I care about somebody that might come over one time, or 20 times of my 200 million times of being here? I just found so many things funny that I was holding on to, that I was using to make myself small, sick, separate, not in the flow of the glow, that's for sure. But that's okay. That's okay too. I'm just grateful because I just believed I was suffering so much. And I mean, I'm not suffering. Yeah. So I'm just feeling like I'm just gonna end with this Soren Kierkegaard. He's got a little quote here. Shh. The whole of life is diseased. If I were a doctor and I were asked my advice, I would say, create silence, which is such a beautiful way of also saying my biggest addiction is to thinking. And stories are fun and they're great, but I don't have to be trapped by them. Thank you everybody so much. It's 3 minutes too, so I'm not sure. It's kind of ending my program early, so I could do another song, but the song I have is 5 minutes, I think. That probably would be okay.
Play your song.
Yeah, okay. I just have this. I'm gonna do that. This is hilarious. Sorry, I'm just gonna mute and change this because I'm overstimulated because I can't mute the ad, and I can't do it without just temporarily gonna share my screen here. Thank you. Had to be another Netta song.
It turns out I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the light. It turns out I'm not afraid of fear. Oh, I'm afraid of love. Lead the way and guide me home, 'cause I don't know which way to go. Lead the way for me. Parama prema rupaya namah. It turns out you were waiting for me say there has to be a better way. It turns out that this is the day. So please show me a better way. Light the path in front of me so I can clearly see. Lead the way for me. 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 Turns out there is nothing to fear. Oh, it was all just a dream. It turns out my vision was unclear, and nothing was as it seemed. Finally, now I know that I have never left my home. Lead the way for me. Lead the way for me. Lead the way for me.
Oh, wow. There's a little bit more in it, but you know what? That was a perfect ending, and I love you all. I love it all. Thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend, and so it is.
Thank you so much,